Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to Support and Movement Essay Questions and Answers. This is Support and Movement Part 4. The answers are provided. Please do not forget to visit my YouTube channel, Mugabi Joshua, and please press that subscription button. These essay questions are similar to the ones set by UNAB, KCSE, GCSE, and IGCSE examination boards. You will have enough time to recall the correct answer. Don't worry, we shall get the correct answer through discussions. I wish you the best of luck. Please don't forget to visit my YouTube channel, Mugabi Joshua, and please press that subscription button. Now let's begin our questions. Question 17, Part A. It says, name the vertebra in a mammalian body that is characterized by the presence of odontoid process. They want us to name the vertebra in the mammalian body that is characterized by the presence of the odontoid process. That is part A. Let's deal with part A. Now, when you look at that bone has got the odontoid process. So we can say the vertebra characterized by the presence of odontoid is the axis. Axis is that vertebra that has got the presence of odontoid process. Part B. Part B says, state the function of the odontoid process. They want us to state the function of the odontoid process that is found on the axis. Now, the odontoid fits in the neural canal of atlas to permit the turning of the head. The odontoid fits in the neural canal of the atlas to permit for turning the head. That is the work of the odontoid. Question 18, Part A says, name the 4 supporting tissues in plants. It requires us to name the 4 supporting tissues supporting in plants. Name the 4 supporting tissues in plant. The first one, we have the collenchyma. Now, if you look at the collenchyma tissues, they are cells that have got thickened with thick cell walls and also the deposition of cellulose deposits in the corner. So they are one of the supporting tissues in plants. Then the second, we have the sclerenchyma. These are the scalates. They have a narrow rumen and a thick cell wall which has been lignified. Therefore, they also provide support. Then we have the parenchyma tissue. Parenchyma tissue, these are cells which are closely packed together, and when they get tagged, they provide support to the plant. Then we also have the xylem vessels. Those are the tracheids and vessels. Their walls have been lignified, therefore they can provide support. Those are the 4 supporting tissues in plants. Question 18, Part B, Roman number 1. It says, identify the muscles X and Y. The question requires us to identify the muscles X and Y. Muscle X is a bicep. and muscle Y is a triceps. Those are the two muscles. X, the biceps, Y, the triceps. Question 18, Part B, Roman number 2. Describe how muscle X and Y cause straightening of the joint Z. Roman number 2 says, describe how muscles X and Y cause straightening of the joint X. So we are looking at joint X and we want to see how muscle Y and X cause the straightening of the joint Z. Now what happens is that muscle X, which is the biceps, relaxes as muscle Y, which is the triceps, contract, and this causes the straightening of the joint Z. Part C. Part C says, name the joint Z. It wants us to name the joint Z. The joint Z is a hinge joint. It is a hinge joint. Question 19, Part A. It says, what is the importance of locomotion in animals? What is the importance of locomotion in animals? Locomotion enables animals to move from one place to another in search of food, mates, to escape from predators, to avoid or disperse an unfavorable environment. So that is the main importance of locomotion in animals. To search for food, mates, to escape from predators, and to avoid unfavorable environments. Question 19, Part B. Explain how a bony fish is adapted for movement in its environment. Question 19, Part B requires us to explain how a bony fish is adapted for movement in its environment. The bony fish have a streamlined body. This reduces friction, and the scales overlap backwards and lies flat close to the body, thus enhancing the streamlined shape. So the body has got a streamlined shape. This reduces friction, and also the scales overlap facing backwards and they lie flat close to the body. Therefore, they enhance the streamlined shape of the fish. Then they also have air-filled swim bladders that helps them to maintain a density that is equal to that of the surrounding water. This helps the fish to float and making forward movement easy. So they have a filled swim bladder that helps them to maintain their density that is equal to that of the surrounding water. So helping the fish to float and making forward movement. Secondly, they have a long tail fin that has a large area to increase the amount of water displaced, resulting in an increase in the forward thrust. That is another adaptation by having a long tail fin which has got a large surface area that increases the amount of water displaced, which results in increase in the forward thrust. And then the third is that they have a long tail muscle which enables the tail to move from side to side. That one helps it to move in water. The fifth point is that they have the pelvic and pectoral fins, which are used as steering, bringing about forward and upward movements. They can also act as brakes for braking and preventing the pitching movement. So they have the pelvic and pectoral fins, which are used as steerings and which also bring about downwards and upwards movement of the fish, and they also act as the braking or for braking and preventing the pinching of the fish. Then the sixth, they have unpaired fins, that is the dorsal and the anal fin. These ones help to increase the vertical surface area, thus preventing the fish from rolling and yawing. They have unpaired fins, the dorsal and the anal fin, which increases the vertical surface area, preventing the fish from rolling and yawing. And then lastly, the fish also secretes mucus, which covers the body and reduces friction. It secretes mucus, which covers the body and reduces friction. That is the adaptation of the bony fish for movement in its environment. Question 20, Part A. Explain how the vertebral column in mammals is adapted to its function. Question 20, Part A, requires us to explain how the vertebral column in mammals is adapted to its functions. 1. It has a neurospine and a transverse process for attachment of muscle. The vertebral bones have got a neurospine and transverse process for attachment of muscles. Secondly, the vertebral column, they have a thick and strong centra, which provides posture and support of the upper body. They have a thick and a strong centra, which provides posture and support to the upper part of the body. Then thirdly, they have a neural canal for the passage of the spinal cord. There is a neural canal for the passage of the spinal cord. Fourth, they have the neural arch for protection of the spinal cord from mechanical injury. The vertebral column has got the neural arch for protection of the spinal cord from mechanical injury. Then another point is that they have the intervertebral discs, which act as shock absorbers, also allows movement. They have the intervertebral discs, which act as shock absorber and also allows movement. Then lastly, they have called facets for articulation. They have facets for articulation where other bones articulate with the vertebral bone. Question 20, Part B. Describe how muscles cause flight in insects. Describe how muscles cause flight in insects. Now, during the upstroke, the elevator muscles contract, while the depressor muscles relax, and the wing is raised. That is during the upstroke. The elevator muscles will contract and the depressor muscles will relax. Then the wing will be raised. Then during the downstroke, the depressor muscles contract while the elevator muscles relax and the wing is lowered. So we are seeing that during the downstroke, the depressor muscles are contracting while the elevator muscles are relaxing, and this causes the wing to be lowered. That is how muscles are caused flight in insects. Thank you very much for participating in support and movement essay questions and answers. This has been support and movement part 4. Please, I encourage you to go to part 5. The answers will be discussed. Do not forget to visit my YouTube channel, Mugabi Joshua, and please press that subscription button. Let's meet in part 5.